So to make Finn's backpack, we start with our slip knot and chain 2. 1, 2. Now we're going to put 6 single crochet into that second chain from the hook. Okay, once you have your 6 single crochet, you're going to put 2 single crochet in each one of those 6 stitches. And right here is where I put my stitch marker. Now the next step, on the next row, you're going to put 2 single crochets into that first stitch. Then you're going to put 1 single crochet. Then you're going to put 2, and then 1. And then you'll be putting 1 single crochet into that last stitch. Now the next pattern, you'll be putting 2 single crochets into that first stitch. Then you'll be putting 1 single crochet in the next 2. Then you'll be putting 2, and 1, 2. And then 2. Okay. So for the next step, 2 single crochet in that first stitch, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3, then 2, and then 1 in the next 3. Continue with that, and I will meet you when you land back on the marker. Coming to the end of your last round, putting the 3rd single crochet that would be round 5. Now, round 6, you put 2 single crochets, and then 1 in the next 4. Three, 4, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Continue on with the pattern, and I'll meet you back at the mark. Putting in my final 4. Three, and 4. Okay, this will be the last row we increase. We're putting 2 single crochets to that first stitch, followed by 5 single crochets. 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. Then 2 in that next stitch, then 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Continue with that, and I'll meet you back at the marker. Now you're coming to the last 5. Now, you should have 42 stitches around. And now, for the last part, you are going to put 1 single crochet in each one of those 42 stitches, and you're going to do this for 14 rounds. So that'll be 14 rounds of 42 single crochet, and I'll meet you back. You've come to the end of your 14 rows, and you slip stitch in the next one. I've already cut my string. I'm going to pull that through. And do an invisible fasten off. I'm just going through here. Okay. There's the bottom half. Now to begin the top half, you're going to do your slip knot. And then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to work 6 single crochets into that second chain from the hook. Now we're going to put 2 single crochets in each one of those 6 stitches. We'll put in my stitch marker. Now for round 3, we're going to put 2 single crochets in that first stitch. And then 1 single crochet. And 2. Then 1. And repeat that all the way around till you land on your stitch marker. And might as well. 1, 2, 1, and then 1. Round 4, 2 single crochets in that next stitch. Then 2 single crochets. in the next 2 stitches. You have 2 in that 1 stitch, and 1 in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, and then 2, and then 2. Round 5, 2 single crochets in that next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next 3. You're going to repeat that. 2, then 1 in the next 3. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at stitch marker. So I've already completed, you completed the last round, which was round 5. We're on to round 6. And you're going to put 2 single crochets into that first stitch. Then you're going to put 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. You're going to repeat that. Be 2 in that next stitch, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, and then 4. Okay, for the next round, put 2 in that next stitch. Yep. Keep doing that. And then 1 in the next 5. And 2. And then 5. Repeat that all the way around till you land back on the stitch marker. Okay, come back from putting your 5 in. I'm on the last row that will be increasing. Now we're going to put so you finished putting in your last single crochet. Now for the last row that we're going to increase, you put 2 single crochets in that next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then you increase and put 2 single crochets. And you're going to do that 2 more times. Okay. So you did your increase in 13 single crochets. Now for 3 rounds, you're going to put 1 single crochet in each one of those 45 stitches. And you do 3 rounds. And you should have 45 stitches around. And I'll meet you back at the stitch marker after your 3 rows. Come to the end of your 3 rows. Rounds, I should say. Put our stitch marker back. Finished your rows, your 3 rows. Now, if you intend, I'm going to continue on to make the buttonhole. If you don't intend on making this a functional backpack, then you can stop here and then just fast forward to making the straps. But if this is something you want to make functional, then you're going to single crochet in the next 22 stitches. One, 22. Then you're going to chain 2, skip 2, and make 21 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 21. Now single crochet in the next 22, now 2 in those 2 chains, just 1 and 2, then 1 single crochet in the next 21. And there's your buttonhole. Now, put that last stitch. Now you're going to single crochet 1 single crochet in each one of those 45 stitches. So continue on with the pattern. I'll meet you back at the stitch marker. Okay, so you finished your round. Going back to your stitch marker. Okay. Slip stitch in the next. Now, leave a long tail for sewing because you're going to sew it on, or I'm a big hot glue girl. I'm going to probably most likely hot glue mine. And then if you're going to sew it on, you'll want to get it, you'll want to do an invisible fasten off. It's just the way I was taught. Just like that, and then it's ready to be sewn on. So now we're going to start the straps. This is how I do it. Just leave a good amount because you're going to want to sew these on or hot glue, but preferably you're going to want to sew them. You want to leave a tail because you're going to use it for sewing. And then you're going to make a slip knot. Then you're going to chain 30. 30. Now in the second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet 15. Okay. Now before you put that stitch into your 15, you're going to change the color. And then you're going to sew to the end in the dark green. Now hide your yarn tail from, changing the color. Just single crochet it into your work. Mm. And just leave that green hanging. You don't want to snip that. Okay. Come to the end. Now chain 1, turn, then go back up, single crochet to where the color changes again. Lefties have a little slant, so sometimes you got to be careful of that stitch. sure you get both of the stitches. And you'll snip that. And then when you put it in the last stitch, bring it up. Now pull that lime green or light green and switch the color back. And then just crochet that green right into it to kind of secure it. And you're going to snip it, of course. And that should be good. Get that. Okay, and now leave a long tail for sewing it. I always say I'd rather have plenty than not enough. And knot it. There. There. And then just trim it up. Okay. So once we have two, you can move on to the next step. So now we're going to put it together. Just I'm just going to add a little stuffing. It helps work with it a little better for me. You can also starch and then just put it on, place it where you think you want it. Usually about 5 rows down is where you're going to sew. I'm going to hot glue, but before we do that, let's find where we want to put our straps. Now let's line it up. Mine's not going to be functional, but pin about where you want to put it. I'll probably right about like, alright, so I'm going to put it like right there. I'll sew it right about there. And when you pull it tight, you don't even see that color. Yeah. Going to knot it. That should do it. Now, let's do the other side. Okay. Okay. About about right there. Yeah. I'm gonna end up gluing mine. I think I'm gonna do I go ahead. For me, I'm going to glue this on right about now, since I've got my bottom already done. Oops. Okay. That's back. Okay. And you can sew or glue. But mine won't be, you know, functional. So, and if yours is, you've got match up your hole. You want to sew your button on. I might, no, not so sure I want to do that. But now that's on. Okay. That's about right. You have to eye it a lot. Put it where you want. Yeah, that's better. It was a little off. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stuff it some more. Okay. And then I'll touch it up. I'll cut the yarn tails and finish sewing the straps. Oh, how did I do that? Okay. So you know how you fix, well, that was silly of me. Okay, try that again. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Glue spread good. Alright, we'll let that dry. Let's try the other side. You know, I think I'm going to just hot glue it. And then I'll just tie off And, there. There's your backpack. Well done. And now you've completed Finn and his backpack. Look at that. Good job. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe and the like button. I'll be posting more videos. I plan on making Jake next. And thank you for watching.